Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur show. The Man United podcast meets the Ballers at the Bridge podcast meets Talking That Tottenham Talk. Jess is in the building. Surfer is in the building as well. What are you telling me, Surfer? First and foremost, you good?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, man. Clearly,
All good, man. I'm only here as a spectator sport this evening. Mainly I think it's going to be a Spurs show. I mean, your guys didn't play today. I'm fine. I saw some good football. So,
okay.
Jez, I think, is a bit disappointed. I think Jez wanted to have a bit of a spectator today as well, right, Jez?
We'll see what you're saying. Jez, how you doing first and foremost? I don't even know if he's there yet.
Well, hold on 1 sec. I need to, what's it called? One sec.
I need to practice. He needs to rehearse.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, why am I after? No, I'm just playing Harry Potter right now. I just did the whole flying shit.
Pause. You're saying, pause.
Hey, what did I say?
You just said, I'm banging Harry Potter right now. That's a strong
I'm playing Harry Potter right now.
It didn't sound like playing. But well, you know what? We'll let that go because of your accent still.
It's your accent,
sounded
bro.
like you said, it's your
All
accent,
right, fair
bro.
enough, man.
It's your accent, bro. Get Parachichi out, bro.
Get Conte out, bro. Get him out my club, bro.
But if you don't know, like Surfer just mentioned there, this is the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. So please keep all your questions Manchester United, Chelsea, or Spurs related. As Surfer already mentioned, Manchester United play tomorrow. Chelsea drew 1-1 versus West Ham. Spurs are the biggest talking point, getting smashed 4-1 by Leicester. But before we continue the show, let's bump up the likes. Yeah, you lot off to a great start with this show. We already hit double figures. There's over 25 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 20 likes. We're 6 short, people. We are 6 short. So let's get up to 20 likes. Let's subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. And also share this across all the socials. So yes, hit the like button, share across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. We're looking for 5 new subscribers to get us to 5,255. So we're looking for 5 new subs, and get your questions in as well, people. Like I stated, just please keep the Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur related. Big up Dennis says, big up Flawless, smash the likes up, people. Big up to JP, big up to Star-Lord as well. Dennis says, Chelsea fans, we are champions of the world now. Hold that. Obviously, Real Madrid are now champions. Star-Lord
more money
says,
for us, man. More
says
money
Tottenham stinks. 100th major trophy, only club to have 100 major trophies. That's crazy. Taza says, excited for the show, got my popcorn ready. Says, yo, NBA stream later. Yes, we will be doing Lakers Warriors on, well, I should say Warriors Lakers on the Twitch at 1:30 a.m. Big up to Vic, who says, where's Peter? Peter's not around. He's gone wine tasting. You know what I'm saying? He's going up in the world.
Football anymore,
man. Yeah. He's gone wine tasting. That's what he's gone.
I couldn't even tease him that Wolves beat Southampton today and they were down to 10 men, man. You know what I mean?
He just didn't care. He didn't
care. He's got KD in his life now.
And for those that don't understand why this show's not it's fortnightly, this show. So don't think we've been slacking off. You get it every other Saturday. But there's only one place to start. Leicester City 4, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Floor is yours, Jess.
I mean, what should we say? What should I say, to be honest? We lost. Yeah, we lost. On to AC Milan now midweek. Bentancur's out. Obviously, looks like an ACL. So he might be out for the rest of the season. So, not really much to say other than that, to be honest.
Okay, first. What I will say is, surely you must be surprised by the capitulation, considering you went a goal up.
No.
Even if you would expect, but you expected to concede. You weren't surprised that you conceded 4.
To be honest, okay, 4, I guess. But I mean, this team can. I'm really just not shocked, to be honest. In the same time, like, again, I know the levels of this team, so in the same time, what should I say, man? I'm just not surprised, to be honest. Like, we lost. On to the next one now.
So it's just like that, right? You're at that point with Spurs where you're just like, we're terrible, and the defeats don't even bother you anymore.
I mean, like I said, fam, like, when Conte wasn't there and coaching, we look better as a team going forward. All I gotta say, man. And when the manager clearly doesn't have like any sort of like, because you gotta look, the guys here left for 4 more months. So why does he have to try hard when he gets like paid 15 mil a season? So what's the point of really getting mad at him as well, and then just wasting my time as well? So that's why I'm just like, man, just don't really care like that anymore. Like the only reason why I felt like we can still beat Milan was because of Bentancur, but that's not gone. Like Højbjerg could have played that first Milan game, and I still wouldn't say, oh man, he's the game changer. For me, it's more about the fact that Bentancur carries him. Like Højbjerg doesn't really play well if Højbjerg doesn't play well if Bentancur is not there, in my opinion. So yeah, like what should I say? Like we're going into this fixture now next week.
Talk about the Milan game actually, because we can just have that. And Victor, I've sent you the link as well, Victor. You've got that.
Now, I'm just saying with that game, we're going into the game with like a 20-year-old that Conte only brings in when we only have injuries, and a 22-year-old that been injured pretty much all season. Oh fuck! One second.
I heard the rumor that he's Skip's only 50-50 for that Milan game as well.
Yeah. This is the thing. I don't know where Skip has been even this season, like because the guy is not even been fit like that. So it's one of them. That's why I probably haven't even seen it that much. So really, truly, technically, as of right now, there's only really one midfielder that is actually fit for the game, 100%. So we lack for midfield. But then again, he only plays to a midfield, so we just maybe need to get. I don't know. Like I said. I don't know. Like I said, we lost today. Like, what more should I say? To be honest, I haven't said about the club or Conte himself or Paratici. So I really don't have really much more to say, to be honest. And it's just another 4 months. I don't see him getting sacked because even if we lose both Milan games, I don't see him getting sacked. I don't think he's going to walk away from the money because he's crazy if he walks away from the money, personally, if he knows he's only has 4 months left.
Yeah.
So now it's just like ride it to the end of the season. He's gone, and then we can go again next season.
All right.
He had Richarlison and Danjuma on the bench today, right? Yeah, I don't think he brought them on until after 70 minutes when they were already 3-1 down.
I mean, he brought on. I think he brought on two defenders in the midfield. There's not even an attacking midfielder before them.
By the way, Leicester had 2 goals ruled out for offside as well today.
Yeah, we technically conceded 6. Technically,
6 goals today. 6
and
goals.
Which is the funny thing because our biggest win this season in the league is Leicester, and our biggest loss is Leicester. Because we beat them 6-2.
Isn't it now 7-0 on aggregate or something? 7-0 aggregate.
That's crazy. I said 7-0. You know that is nutty.
No, I think
all is crazy.
Was it 6-2 or 6-3? Was it 6-2 or 6-3? You beat them.
It was 6-2.
Oh, was it? Oh, you might be ahead then. Yeah, but
I just barely, but
that's crazy.
Again, there's really not much to say, to be honest. Like, I don't know if people I thought Eleanor's gonna come on. I'm just gonna chill here, to be honest, because I don't really expect a rant.
She might be on, she might not be, but I think
if she comes on, then obviously
that's probably
more play from her side. Because like I said, if you win, I'm happy. If you lose, then I'm just not happy. It's just that simple. And I don't know. It's just really the only thing that I just find weird is because Assis' assistant was doing the build-up for the game and even the conference as well. This just had me confused because then what is it like? Are you actually healthy? Because again, he had surgery. So why are you here? In my opinion, why are you even here if you're not even completely healthy? So I'm confused in it.
Like I said, wants to be there for the team. But before we continue,
I mean, I understand. But if you're clearly not fit enough to coach the team, I'm sorry. You're more of a hindrance.
I hear you. Right, well, 1 shot or 20 likes, so let's do that. Obviously, Victor is now in the building, off the star-studded Sarcasm City bench because our squad is stacked. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a star. Ryan, bless you. You know what I'm saying? Absolute bless you. Start. You know what I'm saying? Absolute star-studded bench. So Victor's in the building. First and foremost, Victor, what are you telling me? Are you good?
I'm good, man. Apart from my team pissing me off, I'm good, man.
We're going to get to that. Don't worry about that. Again, I'm starving some of the better questions, so I will get to them. And, of course, if you super chat, I'll get to your question straight away as well. Bless you. Question to Jess. Why does Conte keep starting that bum Dion? That's from Dennis. I don't know what he was doing for that Anacho goal. I have no idea. But why do you think Dyer continues to start him?
This is the world class centre back that he called. So
I called him world class. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah. To be honest, we couldn't. Who else could be played? Like Romero was suspended.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't buy a centre back in January, so to be fair to him, he couldn't really play anyone else other than maybe play Davinson Sanchez, and that guy is trash. So yeah, like he did have options, but then again, I look at Conte again. Him in the summer, like I understand, like I see people say like, yeah, but why did he settle with somebody like Longley? Funny enough, Buddy Yoshida was one of the players that was on the list of players that was recommended to him, but he wasn't cool with it. He can't be from Leverkusen. He was also one of the list. Wasn't cool with it because he specifically only wants certain centre backs at the club. So if he can't go and get the centre backs, then he has to hold them. I'm sorry, like it's just that simple.
All right, first, Joseph says, is it illegal for Conte to change formation? Would you like to see him make a formation switch?
Conte change formation. It's such a joke.
Does he know?
Would you like to see it though? Is it something you're like?
I don't like to see that because I think it's gonna be worse. I'll be real. Because like the last time he tried to do it, clearly got cooked against Arsenal. Since then, you never saw Conte ever playing a 4, even with injuries. Like he could have all your centre backs out and he still plays 3 at the back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, like crazy. And again, like it's weird because like even today, 2 goals down, it's 3-1, and I'm seeing a centre back come on before attackers. Like I said, like
that's wild. That is wild.
And I understand if that happens 1 time or 2 times, but bro, I see this literally every game. Like, and like I said, man, like I can't say more to be honest. I said already all this stuff to be honest. Like I can only really answer the questions in the chat to be honest. Like,
yeah, that's why we're gonna get to him as well. Yeah, we just hit 20 likes. Big up to you lot. Let's go 30 because there's over 30 of you lot. So let's 10 more likes. Come on, man. Like check 1 2 1 2. If you don't want me to keep interrupting the conversation that's going on, bump up these likes and I won't have to. So 10 more. We're looking for 30. We're now at 21. 9 more. Let's do that. And we're looking for 4 new subscribers because I know some of you lot are new here, looking for Chelsea and Spurs tiers. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. Taza says, I have questions in capital letters for Potter. Now, if you have questions, you gotta ask us the questions, Taza. Dennis says, question to Jess, do you see Spurs beating AC Milan? Because that Milan side is probably the middest Milan side I've seen in my lifetime.
No, these guys had worse teams, but over the last few years, but this team is not good. Ironically, if we go out and don't lose that game away, I still think we can beat them. Because again, I trust in the attacking. I trust in my attacking talent that is in the team. But again, when the manager is playing so defensively, which then is playing so low, like this here's the influence. Like this is the thing I would say, and this is what I'll always say. Like I understand if you say no, some teams play low block because if you play a high line, you can't do it with certain defenders.
Right, yeah.
But if these defenders aren't good defensively either, what's the point of playing a low block?
That's true.
So that's for me, it's like, why aren't you pushing the line a little bit higher and letting the players enjoy actually going a bit more forward and because let's be honest, players don't want to be sitting back every single time, especially if you're talented. If a talented player doesn't want to be having to track back every game, at some point you get tired of it. Unless you know you're winning stuff and you know you're in a good position, but the team is not in a good positions. We're losing games and you don't even know if the manager is even going to be here in like 4 months. So in reality is like I'm looking at the manager in terms of the way the team is set up, and I just feel like generally people think it's a joke when I say Stanelli. Players feel more happy to be around when he's around. But Stanelli is the assistant coach. I only know his name because Conte was out and for 2 games. But every time
I blame him like he's Pep Linders, but we move. Go on,
no, it's not. I'm not even blaming him.
I'm just saying. I'm just used to that. Anytime I hear assistant manager, I just think,
the funny thing, I'm actually praising him because the 2 games that he actually coached. When I actually go back and looked at 2 games, which is Marseille, the 6th game in the Champions League group stage, and obviously the Man City game. At least he's a bit more leeway in letting the players a bit more enjoy themselves when it comes to trying to go forward, when they try to progress the ball forward. But with Conte, it's like You're just so deep, and it's not like we have a talent. This is the thing that, and Sofa said it also multiple times. What is the point of playing 2 midfielders when you always get overruns anyways?
Yeah, you need 3 midfielders in there, absolutely.
And unless you have Pirlo and Barella there, I'm sorry, you can't be playing 2 midfielders. And I love Bentancur to bits, man, but he's not them levels. Okay. So for me, you're asking already him to do a hard job. You're asking Højbjerg, which I think is limited football, to do that job. To always do 3 versus 2 is hard, bro. It's hard on them. And I feel sorry for them because, like, the manager is not putting them in the best way possible. I don't think he puts the team in the best way possible for the team to succeed. I think he just keeps letting them bleed out there. And don't get it twisted. Everybody in the back line, Perisic, Sessegnon, the goalkeepers, they can all go. I'm literally keeping only... Funny enough, I'm keeping Emerson as a third right back for the next manager.
That's third, you know.
Yeah, first. Everyone else can pretty much go. I am sorry, Romero as well. I forgot. I keep him as well. Everybody else can technically go. So I don't really blame him for the defense like that. But I'm talking about just midfielders and everybody who's involved in our attacks. Like, how come that I see Son play well against City, even if he didn't score? But then once Conte comes back, he looks like the Son that we have seen for like the last 6-7 months now. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean that I say that Son all of the sudden doesn't like Conte or something like that. But clearly, I just think it's an extraction thing where the manager is holding back some of these players in terms of the attacking players. The defensive players are shit. Like, you can't tell me that Eric Dyer is good. But again, he said Eric Dyer is world class. So
yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Eric Dyer world class is crazy.
He said he advocated for him to be in the England squad. Like, people call out Southgate and that, which is fair enough. But he's one of the people that said so he should be in the World Cup squad.
Yeah, I get hyping your players, but yeah, that's too far.
And this is the thing.
That's too far.
And some people trying to tell me, like, some people trying to say, but yeah, he's the manager. You want to encourage these guys and feel better. But sometimes certain things you don't have to say, or you don't have to go. You don't need to be automatic with everything. It's like telling like Mason Mount It's like telling Mason Mount could be world class. No, you gassing him, thinking he could become world class. Again, have nothing. I generally cannot add much to more than that. But again, if anyone has questions,
get your questions in. And Tataza who says, I'm waiting until the Chelsea section. Let's get this Tottenham section out of the way. The Blues draw into the bubbles is more of a talking point than Tottenham, to be honest. It's Spurs. It's no surprise. There ain't a Chelsea section or a Spurs section or a Manchester United section. People, let me just clear that up. Get your questions in. We will switch from talking about Spurs to Chelsea to Manchester United, then maybe back to Chelsea, then maybe to Spurs. You lot in the comment section run the show pretty much. So get your questions in. Like I said, just keep them about those 3 clubs. You may have a Manchester United question. It may be a Spurs question. It may be a Chelsea question as well. So yeah, Taza, just get any questions you have. Get your questions in. So Victor, we'll go to you because you wrote in the comments. You wanted to vent to get some stuff off your chest, and you also stated when you joined the show, I'm good apart from my team. So what do you want to get off? What do you want to get off your chest? You know what I'm saying? The floor is yours. The microphone is yours.
So yeah, we played West Ham, literally team fighting relegation, and we drew, and we struggled to create chances in the second half to beat them, and only because we decided to stick with one man, Mr. Double M. Mr. Minerals Mark, who was laughing after the game, even though we drew. It's not like he was laughing at the whole team. He was laughing with Timo Kehrer. What? Who the fuck is Timo Kehrer? I couldn't give 2 toes. I literally couldn't. Do you know what? Do you know what I think it is? Yeah, I think that's Mount. Is his future teammate. I think Mount's going to West Ham. I think Mount goes to West Ham 2023 because he basically played for them anyways today. Because have you seen the screen grab of him in front of goal when Havertz was literally on? So Havertz, Ziyech was on the other side, but he said he was looking for his boyfriend Havertz in the box, or he could be looking for Declan Rice as well, his other boyfriend in the box. I don't know what that man's doing in my team. And the Potter thing. Listen, I'm not Potter out, but I understand why people are Potter out because he keeps on stabbing himself in the foot. We played the same stupid players. Someone made a good point in Lewis's stream. He felt like he couldn't wait to bring on Mason Mount. It took him 60 minutes to be like, okay, we need to bring him on, even though Madueke had a good game. And Mudryk I know Mudryk wasn't great, but I feel like the ball wasn't playing into him enough, and I think Mudryk could offered more into the game than bringing on Mason Mount.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Potter needs to start fixing up, because I think by Southampton I'll start having concerns. I'm already a little bit concerned now, but I'm not like, oh, I'll get him out. Like people say, oh, I'll get him out, blah, blah, blah. I'm not at that level just yet. He just needs to do a lot more and be more confident in the way he's approach and the way he's also talking to the players, because the way he talked to the presser today was like, okay, we just accepted that VAR decision just went against us. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you're meant to fight for your team, like try and hype your team up a little bit. Like, okay, this was against you this week. Push on next week. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Go to the next one. Make sure we have to win the next game. It feels like he's just on cruise control. He's literally just playing to the end of the season and see what happens. Yes, it's a process, but people are not going to believe your process if you don't win games or if you don't show a style of play during the season. You can't just expect to be on vibes throughout the end of the season, because that doesn't work. Yes, he had good players now. Yeah. Yes, he had good players now. I think the only reason why we played better in the first half because we had better players. Because when he bought off those good players in the second half, it was like go and try and do the same thing. Go try and do the same thing, even though different time of players.
Right.
He didn't try and adapt to the way those players are in the second half. Yeah, I just, you know what? I just want to get to 40 points. You know, I'm actually just speechless, because if
I can tell.
If we did a watch along, I'd have been swearing the B word, C word, everything would have gone out. Like, I was so mad.
City, baby.
I literally had to take a nap. I had to take a nap after the game. I didn't even watch any game. I had to take a nap because I was so frustrated.
Yeah, after 600 mil, I was taking after being inside one guy.
Yeah, just under 50 of you lot locked in. Yo, 3 more likes. Girls up to 30. You lot been moving slow in the past few days with this like check. Hey, I know it might be some new people in here. 3 more likes. Girls up to 30. There's legit just under 50 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 30 likes. 3 more.
I want to see what Lewis has to say. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm sure Lewis. Well, I heard him speaking because I was watching his stream obviously before I went live, and heard him speaking on it as well. But
yeah, they're fuming. I don't get it.
Yeah. He's not happy. He's
kicking off over there, boy.
What's happened?
You would have thought we lost the fucking game the way those lot are going after there. It's basically generation against generation. It's like young guys against the old guys, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Lewis is like Lewis in the corner. He's not even mediating, bro. He's just letting him sitting back.
Yeah, man. Lewis knows what he's doing. Lewis is a smart brother. I can't remember the Don's name who go on Lewis's stream, but he made a great point, and he said we slapped makeup on a 4 out of 10. And it made me laugh as I was watching, but it's true. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name who does it. He is a regular on there as well. And I find him funny, but I think he makes a lot of good points, but for whatever reason, they get overlooked. But I can't remember his name. I really can't. Let's see. You lot got some questions. Here we go. This is Tarzan's question for Chelsea. Top 3 people to blame for today's result and how much of it is on Potter. We'll go to you first on that, Victor, and then we'll go to you, sir, for after.
Top 3 people to blame. All right, for the goal, I'll say Cucurella and James. Yeah, Cucurella should have done better, but James was ball watching.
Back post.
Well, he did. Yeah, he did play well in the second. He did play better in the second half. In the first half, the game was just passing him by, and Cucurella also had a stink of a game. And then the third player, I think, is either between Havertz or Mount. I don't think Havertz was that bad. I just think Mount was a lot worse. His little cameo he was so bad. And how much blame I put on Potter, I'll say it's actually hard to say. I'll say 60. I'll say 50-50. I'll say 50-50 because he should have done better with the sub, but as well the players that were on the pitch, I think they should have done better. It's a bit 50-50 for me.
And before we go to Surfer on this, 3 likes, man. You lot, we're at 27. Let's get to 30. I'm only asking for 3 likes and 4 new subscribers. I'm not really asking a lot. I'm saying hit the like button if you are enjoying the content because you're watching. So just hit that. And I know the majority of you lot, 99.9% of you lot, have a YouTube account. Hit the like button, man. Girls to 30 likes. Surfer, same question to you here from Taz.
Tough for you to result.
And how much of it was on Potter?
Cucurella, James, and the VAR guy.
Yeah, it was a penalty. He was a penalty.
Oh, you know, I don't like to blame referees first. I do not. You know me. I'm not a referee like looking at, but you know what I mean. That is just blatant, right? I mean, that is just like.
So bad.
To be honest.
So bad.
He's the head of VAR as well. The guy today.
Yeah, that's very weird.
VAR.
You guys see what happened to Arsenal? Like the reason why their goal wasn't when Brentford's goal didn't get this along.
I don't.
What was
they
it?
didn't even do the lines or something. I just.
Yeah, they forgot to put a line there.
Yeah, but like, I mean, this is. That's what I say to you. It's like the system is great. It's the people are too stupid to use it. You know what I mean? How come it works?
Shout out to the guy. If he's the reason.
How come it works in every other goddamn country on an international tournament, and we can't get it right? It's so typical in this country. We can't get it right. You know what I mean?
Once Boris Johnson was sometimes carrying the country, man.
You know, I today's game was just you know, we were literally we're talking about one mistake away from having a 1-0 victory. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's talking different. You know what I mean? It's just. It was, you know, Reece James got done at the back post. I mean, Liverpool fans, you're hearing this, bookmark it. It won't happen again. Unlike your guy. You know, it's still good. You know, it's just, but yeah, they got done. And, you know, like I said, they played some good football in the first half. You know, obviously with Mount dropped and Gallagher not playing and stuff like that, they played well. And Enzo Fernandez is just he's just a baller, man. He's that pass.
It's really good talent, man. That's trademark. That's just him.
You've seen that for Benfica, right? And
I see it at River Plate, Benfica, Argentina.
But you know when someone says, "What does Enzo Fernandez do?" That pass right there. That's his trademark right there. That's his pass.
And this is still a thing that. Yeah, go on.
Joao Felix just looked class, man. I mean, you can tell that Simeone really affected his game at Atletico Madrid. You know what I mean? This guy. I mean, he's not going to be prolific, but just. And it's not
it's the overall player though.
Yeah, it's levels, isn't it? You try and put like a Mount there and then you put Joao Felix there, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. And anyone trying to fool you anything different is just a liar.
What's the
That's a lie. It was just, you know, and listen, I can understand the subs part. I'm not going to go on the Gallagher sub because that was very late. It was like in the 78th minute, 80th minute. So, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek had just come back from injury, and we haven't got really anyone else on the bench to do a midfield role. Chilwell, I could understand as well, but I would have put him on at half time to see what he could do with Mudryk. The thing I didn't get was taking Cucurella and Mudryk off at the same time. I would have kept Mudryk on for about 10 more minutes. And the Ziyech, waste of space, Ziyech is, man.
I mean, he should have been just sold, to be honest.
Good Lord, man. Should have just released him from his contract. So just
this is it, like, it's kind of.
And then Mount comes on and does his. Did you see that? That still where?
I did see the still. Yeah.
She's like.
Did see the still.
You know what he didn't do again? That pass to Havertz, he didn't look again. He didn't look because it wasn't. He didn't even go to Havertz, and that was just before the handball. And it's like,
so bad.
Why can't I get minutes for Carney Chukwuemeka? Why can't I see minutes for him today? Do you know what I mean? Why can't I get? I mean, Havertz I thought played much better today, but why keep him on for 90 minutes? Why can't I have Fofana on for like 15 minutes or something like that?
We'll see what you can do.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like I want him to succeed, but it's like you're making it hard. Pause. For me to support you. It's just. Yeah. It's just weird because you would have thought on like Lewis's stream right now we lost 2-0 or something like that the way the guys are going at each other. But
I don't get all that.
The guys are just not used to trying and not winning and shit. Like they're not.
That's
winning.
That's what it is. I think it's like I said, we were just literally a mistake away from winning this game 1-0 or something like that, and then everyone would have really. Everyone would be far happier, obviously. Going into the games, and it's like, I hope he doesn't bring those players back for Wednesday because I would like us to start with who we start. Maybe like maybe bring Chilwell in for Cucurella and decide who you're going to partner Enzo with at the back. And obviously, Badiashile isn't in the squad for the Champions League, so you need to someone's got to go in defence. But I really want to start with like Enzo in the front four that started today. Do you know what I mean? Just go. Even like I say, I'm on Havertz. I'm fine with Havertz starting. Because he seemed to link up well. But I'd rather see that. I've got a feeling I've got a feeling. A very bad, sneaky, a very bad feeling that I'm not going to see that. But
hey man, Mount Gallagher, Havertz, and we can Dortmund. Let's go.
Jesus.
Let's
Because
go.
you're joking. Yeah?
I can't lie.
You're joking, yeah, but I can actually see it. Like, you're joking,
yeah.
but I can actually see it.
Yeah.
I
I
can
can't lie.
see
If
it.
he does it, for me, that's a sackable offense, man.
No, if he does it, hey, that's extend his contract. You know what I'm saying? He just running bants and
I mean, I
running
agree,
chokes, and
but-
I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Graham. Big up to Graham.
Actually, let me ask you real quick though. Like, I've seen Chelsea fans literally. A lot of Chelsea fans have not turned on Cucurella. Even said that some say he should need to be sold in the summer. What are actually you two's opinion on him now? Like, because he didn't have one of the greatest starts at the Chelsea shirt, but I mean, and I know he's Potter's guy, but in the same time, it's a new team. It's a new place where expectations are on. You everybody's watching you now. It's no more a thing of Cucurella, he's cooking, but let's be honest, some of these guys aren't even watching him sometimes.
But
the
thing I didn't like today was fans booing it. There were fans that booed him off, which I didn't like. It's also hypocrisy. We see on probably those same people that we see online that tell us not to have a go at Gallagher and Havertz and Mount, with their mental health and stuff like that. It's like you just booed this guy off, yeah. But the thing is, well, and I know he's had off the field issues with his family. I don't know what in great detail it is, but I know it was reported a few weeks ago. And I'm just thinking if that's just not having an effect on his gameplay or something like that. And the problem is you couldn't take him out because you got Chilwell coming back from injury, and then I think it's too much to ask Lewis Hall to step up and start playing that week in, week out as a youngster. But maybe now is the chance with Chilwell coming back and you can switch in between playing Lewis Hall there, just to maybe just ease him out a bit, let him get his head straight and then come back in again, something like that. Mm-hmm. And let's face it, it's like I'm not going to get onto. It's fun, but I'm not going to get onto Gakpo at Liverpool because he entered a shit situation, right? So
he did. He ended up at Anfield. That's just a shit situation in itself. You know what I'm saying?
The team is currently really shit, so it's hard to really see what level he is or how good he is. And that's the same with Cucurella, man. He's come in. It's just big price tag, but that's not on him. That's on what we pay for him. And I'm not willing. Let's say I give new signings 18 months to 2 years to show me something. So I'm not giving up on him or anything like that. So I think he might need to just take a few switched in and out for a few games coming up.
But the thing that I like
that's on Potter too. That's on Potter though, to actually recognise that.
But that's the thing that I like though. Your team actually has the capabilities of you know what, you're not playing well. Come on, get your head right, and come back when you feel like you actually can play well. I see certain players who are clearly new to a club, clearly struggling to adjust, and because the pressure's so on and nobody's behind them, now it's if he doesn't play well, you just get all the abuse. That's why when I see Spurs fans sell Bissouma, I just think you guys taking crack, because I'm real. I'm sorry. How can you?
Go on.
Nah, it's real. It's real because how can you look at Bissouma and tell me, but Højbjerg is showing heart. I don't give a fuck for heart. Can you go? I know I saw Bissouma's ability at Brighton. I saw it, and
of course we all did.
In my opinion, the main thing where I have known, okay, this is probably not going to work out under Conte is when Conte said he tactically cannot adjust to his. He's not responding well tactically to my tactics. How when you coming out and saying that about the player? How is the player going to feel about that?
Yeah.
When you're
not going to get the best out of it.
At least give him a year to kind of adjust to those tactics. But then again, you're not even committed over more than a year. But that's for another day. But that's what I'm saying. Certain players, you just gotta give them time. Even for me, Koulibaly, he's been terrible. But even still, I feel like Chelsea fans maybe should give him at least a little bit longer than just his half a season.
I think I don't. Unfortunately, I think he'll go in the summer.
That's
because of Badiashili's come in and just settled in so well.
Yeah, and obviously he's on high wages as well. Crazy.
Yeah, he's on very high wages. Yeah, so
but you know, this is a different situation because at least I can understand it because at least 100% you're gonna get the quality. You even got somebody already better than him already in, and you don't really want somebody under high wages. But I think, and I know he's been terrible, but I still think sometimes you gotta give these guys some bit more time, innit? Like, let's be honest. This whole Chelsea, like, I've seen guys in that team for much longer who, regardless of with healthy squad, good squad, these guys still haven't performed. And this guy came into a team that was just happened to struggle all 6 months. But then I see guys trying to defend Mountain Havertz, but don't want to give Koulibaly a chance.
Well, he wasn't even in the squad today.
This is the thing, like I said.
In the squad.
So yeah, I do also think he's gonna get sold, but I just don't like certain players' treatments when I see them compared to other guys that have been there for years.
Exactly. The amount of time you give the amount of leeway you give one player, and then you're on another player's neck just doesn't make any sense. It's like all these. I swear all these people like now bagging on Cucurella and wanting Chilwell back were probably a year ago saying how shit Chilwell was.
Oh yeah, that's what I feel like.
I swear they were.
I've seen people switch up. I've seen people switch up and say how, yeah, you know, I was wrong about Cucurella.
Yeah.
No, not Cucurella. I'm sorry, wrong about Chilwell. My bad.
Yeah. Oh no, Chilwell's far better. Man, you were saying he was shit 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Literally. What are you talking about?
So, where are you?
People was as well. There's people out there who did that as well with the shamelessness. I won't even say why I don't rate either of them. I was saying like, why did you say that? Just be honest. And if you do change your mind on a player, just state that. Like I'll say if I call a player wrong, I'll be like, all right, cool. I wanted Rashford gone this summer. Look at his form now. I called that. I did not see his form currently as he's playing right now happening. I'm happy to be wrong on that. That's not in your face. He's helping my team. He's been our star player, our star attacker. This guy's scoring literally every game, having impact every game. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. People want to be right rather than their team doing well. I know I want to be wrong about all these players.
Now it's like, you're mudded. Why? Because my team won.
So because Rashford, because Rashford's probably the most informed winger in Europe or left winger in Europe in terms of I'm mudded.
Really bad.
That was so bad. I feel
think even Rashford, like ironically, I think right now, out of all the players in Europe, I think he has scored the most goals since the World Cup with them.
Yeah, so that's me mudded. Oh, you was wrong.
Oh, damn, my team's successful.
My team's playing well and in 4 competitions.
Damn,
and Rashford's in the form of his life.
But I want to be right. I want to be right. Are you for real? That's the psyche of a modern day online fan.
It's ridiculous.
It's like, so whenever whenever Havertz or Mount or play well, it's like one game. It's like you're mudded. It's like okay, that's fine. Like, I've got a stockpile of mud for the past 20 games. Where do I send that? Because I can send you a mudslide. Yeah, at the moment, you know what I mean? It's like it's just no consistency. You know, it's one game they do something. It's like, oh yeah, you're mudded, and then the next 8 games when they don't do something, no, you got to give them time.
Silence.
Give them time.
It's the radio silence. It's the radio silence when the players don't play well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have that a lot with Bruno. Bruno has a good game. Oh, Bruno, this when Bruno doesn't play well. Oh, Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? What about Anthony? What about no Casemiro? What about Eriksen slacking defensively? What about Shaw? What about Malacia? What about let's talk about him, because when he plays well, you're the first to say, yeah, he's this and he's that. But when he plays poorly, I call out everybody, whether I like you or not, playing for United. I'm more harsh probably on players I like because I think they're better. So I'm going to be more critical. And Mo, don't worry, I've started that question, so I will get to it. We will get to it. Big up to everyone that's locked in. There's over 50 of you locked in. We have gone over 40 likes. Big up to you lot. Let's go up to 50. 9 more. We're at 41 likes, and we're looking for 3 new subscribers. We're looking for only 3 new subscribers out of all 50 of you lot, over 50 that are locked in right now watching. You are clearly enjoying the content because you are still here. So hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you do so. And it just jumped up 10. So we've got over 60 of you lot locked in. So to the new people who joined, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Everybody check out the upcoming live stream schedule because I've already updated it all the way to next week Sunday. So technically today now. So not today, next week Sunday. All the shows that are coming up, Champions League being back, Europa League, all of that good stuff. And Disgruntled Blogger says 2 questions for the Spurs fan. It's called Jess, Disgruntled Blogger. Would you rather Conte leave before the end of the season to give you a better chance of a top 4 position, or stick with him and risk missing out based on previous results?
I mean, I would just get rid of him now, to be honest. And the reason why is because really and truly, like, again, like, our ownership look as top 4 as a trophy. And really and truly, I don't want to give this ownership top 4, if I want to be honest. I don't.
Okay.
I'm fine if you just go to Europa League, get less money, because this will actually make these guys forced to actually spend money on the team if they have to be like that. But I mean, yeah, we'll just get rid of it, because to me, it doesn't mean anything to be in the Champions League if you don't want to actually do something in the Champions League. It's just no point in there. Like, I would rather try to be in the Europa League and trying to win it, because I think we can definitely assemble squads that can definitely win an Europa League and trying to go from there, rather than be in the Champions League. Like, really, truly, we could not make we could not even go Europe, and we still make a lot of money just from the stadium alone. So he can enjoy all that stadium money all he wants, man. Like, a couple of seasons when he's gonna realize he's not helping the team win stuff, and you can see that the team is not performing to get in top 4, and the best players want to leave because they want to win. He's gonna realize, like, eventually it's not gonna work out.
I just think Spurs fans already know the future. Daniel Levy came out yesterday and blamed others for distorting the transfer market. That just tells me he has no plans to spend anything big anytime soon. That was just a cover. That was just a cover.
Getting his excuses in early.
Yeah, exactly.
You was already making sure, but you guys cannot play me. Like, he was putting out like numbers and stuff, and it was just a. If I go through all these quotes, you would realize it's a PR disaster.
It's already going. Basically, AKA, we're not spending a lot because we need the money tied in elsewhere, because we're building cinemas, flats, a golf course.
What's else? Hotels near the stadium.
They're building a new NFL training thing there.
Yeah, so and they can
women. I think I read about they're building a stadium for the women's team as well.
Yes, well, so yeah, they can actually.
But I was listening to Tottenham fans go, well, where's that money coming from? Yeah, that's coming out of Tottenham's transfer
budget. Yeah, but this is the money. That money. By the way, you gotta remember, we have all the money that we spent on transfers never come from the owners. It all comes from our prize money that we get. That's what I'm saying. That's what they say. That's why when I say Champions League is very important for them, is because if we finish Champions League in a Champions League spot, this is the money that is going into the transfers.
Oh, jeez.
So
right, I get you.
Yeah. So I think the last time. I think it's been over 2 decades that the owner actually pumped money back from himself in the team, from his own pockets. So and this is the thing: when you look at Tottenham, just the club, outside the football, we are actually one of the best run well teams in the world, in my opinion. We are obviously the only bet that we only have is only really the stadium. We make so much money from the stadium. We make money from concerts, NFL, fights, all that. Right. We don't overcommit the wages for the players. Like, when you in the books, it looks all good for Levy and that, but when it's just on the pitch, you can clearly tell that this ownership is just not caring for this club in terms of like wanting to really win. Like, I see a quote literally talking about Levy said a quote saying, in his opinion, by the way, this is not somebody's opinion, this is his own opinion. He thinks all the transfers that they have made over the years, everything that he's done is the best. This is the best that he could have done for the team to compete in something along those lines. And if this is the best, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. One sec.
Yeah, no stress, Jess. It's all good. You lot, yes, we've hit 50 likes. Big up to you lot. Let's go up to 60, but we've hit 50 likes. Salute to you lot, on point with it. Let's see what's going on.
I'm back.
Yeah, no stress says, 1 second, pardon me. The side of a good manager, regardless of results, is how good he can make he can make average trash players look at what he's done. Look at what Ten Hag with McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, everyone under Potter has regrets. One thing I will say is that Potter's not at Ten Hag's level, but it is looking bleak for Potter. It does look bleak.
Everyone under Potter hasn't regressed, all right? The defense has been very good, right? So I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that.
No, what it is.
So,
Potter, because this is something he needs to. This should be something that he should be directing at Conte, in my opinion, not Potter. Because when I look at Potter, you see the good players that we all rate actually perform well. It's the players that we already know that aren't good enough that just making the wrong play, and it's just Potter that makes the wrong decisions by giving them the chances instead of other guys. Schumacher, I already know this kid since he's been raved about in England since he's been in Aston Villa's academy. Aston Villa, idiots for not letting him get into the first team. That's the only reason why he left. So, for me, just play the players that are talented and you know they can bring something, and don't play the guys that are not letting you down every single week. But I'm looking at I'm looking at the manager like Conte. You generally can see, unless I don't get what I need, I can't improve players. Potter actually has Potter at least has already shown in his career that he can improve players. He can do it.
It's not even. You don't have to improve them. Just don't, like Jess said, don't pick the ones that suck the talent away and energy from the others around them. Do you know what I mean? Like black holes. Do you know what I mean? Like Lewis said, the Bermuda Triangle. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And we saw it today. It wasn't a full game, but we played some good football. I mean, we should have been. If Kai Havertz timed his run a couple of times, we should have been 2 or 3 up before they even equalised. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. They get a proper striker in there, they would have timed their run right.
Exactly.
But, it's like, listen, that's me. That's what I said on previous streams. He's just got to get out of his own head. Stop picking. You've seen it now. You've seen it now. The football we played. You saw it when you bought the players, like some of the players on, like Ziyech and Mount
and Gallagher.
Gallagher only came in the 78th minute.
Okay, first.
And I don't even blame that because of the midfield options we have.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like, well, if you think about this, if the substitutes bench had today Sterling, Kovacic, and Kante, the game probably ends differently. Do you know what I mean? It's just. Unfortunately, it's just that, and that's what I mean. It was sort of like 1 step forward, 1.5 steps back. You know what I mean? It's not like 2 steps back, but it's just 1 step forward, 1 step back. It was just sort of that today, and like I keep saying, you've seen it now. You've seen that it works sort of. Even Kai Havertz, it worked better today with having someone like Joao Felix up there with.
Well, like clinical Kai, yeah. Let's go.
Oh no, he's still not clinical. But what I mean is he got involved more. He got involved more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He wasn't a hindrance like he has been.
Okay.
And we keep telling people you can't play Mount and Havertz together. That thing that in the second half. That when we've got Ziyech wide open by himself, but he still tries to find Kai. It's like, bro, this bromance is sickening. Do you know what I mean?
I think our little bromance.
It's almost concerning. It's almost concerning how they always find each other.
Bless him, man. That's nice, man.
Have you seen the film Hancock with Will Smith?
Yeah, I've seen Hancock. Yeah.
And they're both superheroes, but if they're too close to each other, they become weak.
Yeah.
That's like them two, man.
That's a great.
But one thing is, one does not superhero.
That's a brilliant. That is a brilliant analogy.
In a limited talent-wise, but it's like they just can't play together, man. It's like it doesn't. It's two magnets, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's weird.
That's a brilliant analogy. Lads, everyone that's locked in, we're still 8 short of 60 likes. Let's get to 60 likes expeditiously, people. Like, check 1212, and let's subscribe if you are new as well. We are still 3 away from 5,255. So let's hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well.
Wait, can I say on this as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Floor's yours.
Why don't you play McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, and Maguire in the Carabao Cup final then? since they've improved that much on the Ten Hag, play them then. Come on, like average players will always be average players. Like you can't.
I think you can get performances out of average players for a period of time, but I think eventually their level and lack of skill will show, and that's what we're seeing with Manchester United. Like when a player just plays for us 1 or 2 games, you don't see his deficiencies. But once it's 3, 4, 5 games, you'll see it with a Fred, a Lindelof, a Maguire. To Wan-Bissaka's credit, he's been decent. A Bruno, you're gonna see that. So that's what I would say to that. But yeah, man, I like how Manchester United are going. I really do. No, Anthony isn't available. Anthony, he's not playing. Him, Martial, and McTominay are all injured for the game. Technically today against Leeds, the Barcelona first leg. I believe Ten Hag said that all 3 of them are missing those 2 games. Whether they'll be back for the final or not, I don't know. But Anthony, we need to get back expeditiously. We do, because he's missed out there. Mo says, question for Flawless. Do you think Rashford in the 9 underlapping Sancho and Anthony is the way to go this season? No. I don't like Rashford starting as a 9. I think he can do a job there. I think, say it's 20 minutes in the game to go and he gets shifted central. I've seen Ten Hag do that on numerous occasions, and then Rashford's got him popped up with a goal or popped up with an assist. But I don't want us to start that. Like, Rashford is at his best wide left.
Is it also then the thing he starts to drift as well? You know what I mean? It's naturally that he starts to drift wide. Yep. Then he's missing in the centre to be that piece. Yeah. But then the way he's going, man, he was bounced off his butt and it will go in around the form he's in at the moment. Do you know what I mean? He can do no wrong. You know, it's probably his best form ever.
That's what. Yeah. So that's how I look at it. Like, Rashford playing as a 9 should never be the starting point. It should be an option, and there is certain games for him. I put it this way: if we go away to the new camp and Rashford's playing as the 9, I have no issue with that. Because I think I'll suit him whether he's playing wide left or playing through the middle. I'd obviously prefer him to play wide left, but if he was like, I'm just going to go pace in those front 3 areas and Rashford ended up through centrally, cool with that. Absolutely cool with that. Yes, it definitely was a penalty, Ravi. The Chelsea game, it was a penalty.
Oh my God. Jesus.
He looked like he was
saved
stopping
it. Literally
he looked like he was stopping the ball from going to the boundary in cricket. That's what he looked like. That was cricket. That's what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like there was rope behind him, but he was stopping the 4. You stopping the 4 runs. Yeah, you stopping the 4 runs in the 3rd man area. Like, that's what it looked like.
That's a great save. It was, man.
It was a good save, keeper. Yeah, serious. It was a good. Yeah, it was a good save, to be honest. It really was. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, Taza will save it for the Q&A because I'm tired. I didn't get enough of a nap. I'm not going to lie. Big up to Lengen Sweets. Big up Flawless and everyone else. Large up. UEFA have given the Qataris the green light to buy Manchester United. Mo, Sauce, you're not new here. You can't just say things like that.
Hang on. What's it got to do with UEFA?
Yeah, like, and Sauce as well.
What's it? Sorry, what do you mean? UEFA's got nothing to do with this sale. I don't understand it. I don't know what. What are you talking about? I think you've been on this.
It's one of them report. It's a report that gets the people hyped, man. So
like this is what I've been hearing for the longest, and this is why I said I'm just waiting for the offer. Once the offer lands, then I'll talk about it in depth. I keep saying that. Regular watchers of the channel know my stance on this, and I've stated this for the longest. I was saying, Mel spoils the sauce. All right, first. I didn't know if UEFA were involved. I don't know how all of these things work. I just want us to be taken over.
It doesn't, to be honest, like, why should UEFA stop United to get Qatari on it? It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, man.
And do you know what's even funnier? They've never put in an official bid yet. It's just all talk.
I mean, next week, apparently.
All talk.
Yeah, but do it then.
I'm hearing about this deadline in February, the deadline in the middle of this month. I'm like,
that'd be funny if the only bids are Americans and Radcliffe.
This is the funny part. You know, it's the funny part here, because imagine last time you turn, Levy says, "I'm selling the club for 4.5 mil," and the Qatari say, "Fuck it, let's buy Tottenham," because they've been actually interested to buy Tottenham, but we don't want. Levy doesn't want to sell until he makes the maximum profit, which is a stingy. By the way, he's a stingy bastard because, like, he bought only the club for like 500k, and the club is now worth around 4.5 in terms of all he pretty much paid for.
And he's on his way to. He's a billionaire now himself. He's on his way to.
Yeah, but it's just a crazy part. So just what I'm saying, like, you gotta respect what he done in terms of like put where Tottenham was when he bought it, but the footballing side, it's just a disgrace.
Nick here says Arsenal and Newcastle drop points. Perfect opportunity for Manchester United to close the gap on Arsenal and get their 3 points. And momentum. And a momentum shift show, just momentum shifter. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
This is what the team song. This is what the reply sounds to me.
Yeah, title race. Yeah. Top four race for Chelsea. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's top eight race, right? Top
8 race. Top 9 race.
I'm not in the top 18 race right now.
Top 9 race.
Top 9 race, man. Let's go.
Oh my God. No. Well, you want to, you man, that's the absolute
9 more draws. Come on, let's go. 9 more draws.
You might have ridiculous, but yeah, in regards to this, Nick, I'm just looking at it from a momentum standpoint. Let's bounce back after the disappointing draw against Leeds. So it's good to get a win against them, and away from home will be good, and then go straight into that Barcelona game full of confidence, which is going to be a tough game, a game I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, and it'd be interesting to see how Ten Hag lines up, more so in the Barcelona game. But the Man United podcast around that, closer to the time, obviously I'll discuss it further. Ten Hag has to start Sancho tomorrow. He probably does when I think of our options. Because Anthony's out, so that leaves us wide. You got Rashford, Garnacho. Shit, who else we got?
You got
Alango, Palestri. Yeah, he probably will start, Nick. There probably will be. I would go Rashford, Sancho, Weghorst. Even though I don't particularly want to see Sancho on the right-hand side, that's what I would go with. Jeez, that's how thin our options is. That's only one injury. Jesus Christ.
Oh, if you need bodies, man. If you need bodies, I know a striker, man.
You should
trade it. We need wingers. We need wingers and quality.
Man. You should trade it for KD, man.
You should have. Man. KD and
Kyrie.
KD. No, KD and Weghorst up top. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying?
God, hooping.
I'm with that. Hooping, man. Off the screen and the alley-oops, the whole nine. What's your lineup today? Flawless. I'm playing De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Shaw, Malacia, Martinez, Sabitzer, Sancho, Rashford, Veggie, and Bruno. So you've gone here with
Martinez in midfield.
He's gone with Martinez in midfield. I would go De Gea in goal. I would play Dalot. I'd go Varane. I'd play Martinez. I wouldn't play Shaw. I'd play Malacia. In the midfield, I would go with Sabitzer and Fred, Bruno in the 10, and then same front three: Sancho, Rashford, and Weggy. But if we see the lineup that you've played there, Taz, I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not mad at that lineup.
Kind of sauce.
Yeah, man, Weggy, because Weghorst in it, so it's short. It's the Mank way. That's what it is. And to. I just call you Azizi. I don't want to butcher your first name, my guy, so apologies. PSG and Man United can't have the same owner, no. But I read somewhere saying that.
No, it's different people.
It's different people.
I'll get you covered on this one, Flawless. Mojtaba.
Is it Mojtaba? I never want to. And people, that's to anyone watching. If you just see me gloss over your first name, it's because I don't want to butcher it. That's all it is. So, yeah, I'm not being disrespectful. Emma says, Newcastle with possible injuries to Allen, St. Maximin, Willock, and Almiron got a hand injury. I'm sorry, but that cup is looking like it could be ours. I watched that game. I know that Willock went off. I didn't know there was injuries to St. Maximin and to Almiron. I did not know that. But yeah, if you take out Almiron, take out St. Maximin, take out Willock, I like our chances with those three playing. But take those three out, I like our chances even more. So yeah, Emma, that trophy is ours. 100%. Don't even say it could be. Take out that could be. You know what I'm saying? It's like that trophy is ours. We have one trophy in the bag. Then it's just a question of what else we win. Do we go and win the FA Cup and or the Europa League? I've said I think we win 2 out of the 3. What the second one is, though, I don't know. I'm hoping it's the Europa League. But I'd love to get a treble. A treble would be great. If we win the Europa League, champions of Europe shouts. Play Fred as an attacking midfielder, not a DM. No, I just playing box to box. I was playing Fred not as an attacking midfielder. I was just playing box to box. Fred as an attacking midfielder.
Attacking
box, just straight box to box. It is. Okay, keep all your questions Manchester United, Chelsea, and Spurs related, please, people. Manchester United, Chelsea, and Spurs. Any other questions you lot have? The Q&A is tomorrow at midnight. So then you can ask your questions about anything like that.
Yeah, I do actually have a question.
Yeah, go on, fam.
If Bissouma was available in the market, would you actually buy him at United?
Yes. In a heartbeat. Yes. I was a big fan of him when he was at Brighton. Yeah, I was a big fan of him at Brighton, and just because he was gone Spurs, like, we know what Conte's like, man. He a Death Eater when it comes to talent. We know this. It's very rare that people go to him and thrive, like younger players or players who are not at the mark. you've seen it, so that's Conte for you. So yes, I'll be gassed to get Basuma. But I think
It's just
he's
the thing because
perfect.
apparently Chelsea was interested in getting him.
Yeah,
And I saw someone say you can have it. I'm like, bro, Potter's gonna get no, not like Basuma and Enzo as to the end there with Enzo, and then you have whoever's in the 10. Man, the would have slapped, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not giving up on the brother because like I'm just seeing on my timeline again somebody trying to slander him. I'm like, I don't get it.
I've said goddamn lutely. Now I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying. 1 second. So question. Oh yeah, this is from Dennis. Question to Victor. Do you want Potter to drop Cucurella against Southampton?
Yeah. If he's not mentally here and also not playing well, I think it's better you drop him. For his own good as well, and for obviously for the team's good, because he's getting unnecessary hate. I do think he's been a little bit scapegoated a little bit. He didn't play well, but I don't think he was our worst player.
Yeah, but, I mean, we had Marcus Alonso last season. I'm not having.
Literally. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not having him, but thinking that Cucurella is worse than Marcus. I saw that, by the way, during the last couple of weeks. Cucurella is worse than Marcus Alonso. Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty! Good Lord, it's like you really have no idea what you're talking about, right? I just mute these people now. I can't even be bothered anymore. I just mute them. If I think your comment's stupid, I'll just mute you.
Oh yeah.
I just can't be bothered, man.
Insane.
Totally right.
It's just revisionism. Like we literally struggled. I was literally paining my eyes watching Alonso play in left wing last season, and then we have a Cucurella. People still think that they should complain, and people think we don't see them. Before Chilwell came into the team, he got cooked on the TL before he came.
Yeah,
I remember that, and now everyone's crying for him to come back. All right, man. I'm just tired of this fan base, man. I don't even engage anymore. I just watch from afar.
Definitely tired of you, Chelsea. Look, I agree with that, Victor. 100%. You lot bump up the likes. Let's get up to 60. We're 6 short. Let's get up to 60. What was harsh?
I mean, you just said you don't like the Chelsea fans, man.
Yo, do you? You are fond of these Chelsea lot?
Depends who I talk to.
Yeah, this is my point. You know what I'm saying? See, what I'm saying? Like,
what the fuck? Oh, sorry, my bad. No, this guy. I got like 2 visitors just pulling up on me all the time.
He's playing Hogwarts.
He's playing Hogwarts Legacy, man. He's playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Is it good, Jess?
Bro, it's amazing. I love it.
Is it worth the what's it called?
I would wait. For me personally, I would wait till there's like the standard edition gets what's it called? Comes with because unless you really love like single player stuff, but I'll enjoy the game, man.
Bro, you know, it's making.
Go on, Seven.
I had to, because I've got PS4. It's making me think I was going to buy it anyway, but I'll have to buy a PS5. I can't wait till April to play this. I just can't do it.
Oh, I'm not buying a PS5 to play.
I'm impatient. No, I'm buying the PS5 for other things, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's just I can't wait till April to play this. I can't do it, man.
That being said, speaking of gaming, I might actually because we were planning on doing a watch now. Hey, if there's people in the chat, if you have the PS4 or PS4 version of FIFA 23, let us know. Pro clubs. I'm saying I'm gonna shout the man them, see who's about. I want to run some pro clubs tonight. How to be if you lot are about. If not, I might even run a career mode. I may even do that. Let me know anyway, people. I'm always looking for new players. So if you play, let me know.
Hey, you could play as Eric Ten Hag.
I actually started my career mode. I actually started it. I just did like in terms of doing all the boring stuff like transfers and all them things there.
Did you see? Yeah. Did you see Expression's career mode?
What happened? What happened in his career mode?
His reactions on the same as he watching the Spurs watching on.
Shout out X-Men.
His reaction long, bro. He was fuming.
The reaction to the third goal was funny as hell.
No, the reaction. No, it's when he calls up Dave during the stream.
He called
Dave. I can't believe this is happening. And then he's gone like, Dave has gone like, yeah, but when are you going to do the match review? Because we need the views.
Is that what Dave said?
That's why he made it sound like Dave was like, oh no, that's good, but remember we're going to do the match review late because we need the views. And then X comes on the phone and goes, Dave doesn't understand. I'm in pain, and all he's thinking about is the views. I'm in pain.
I need to check it out. Shout
Oh,
out,
he
Hector.
was gone. he
He
was
was
gone.
gone, bro.
Shout out,
Oh,
Hector.
duh. He was finished.
Oh, yeah, that is peak. I actually need to watch his recap. I'm gonna watch that. I need to watch Lewis's
And you
recap.
need to watch what's it called when he reacted to the goals conceded, each one of them.
I need to do that. I might even start my
Some
career
of the
mode
goals
today.
were like,
I might even do
fuck.
that.
Hey, watch the third one. The third one's the funniest one.
What on the actual watch along?
Yeah.
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 but-
I know because I
but
know
it's
somebody.
tricky.
The best thing about watch alongs is when meltdowns is people will always timestamp it and go first goal, second goal, third goal, fourth goal in the comment section, and it's always the highest, the most liked comment as well.
All I gotta say is, man, like, bro, but I turned up after the second goal, innit? Because I knew this game was over. But some of the goals, Jesus Christ, I saw better defending in the under 18s from our team.
I might even start. I might do that tonight, actually, people. I don't know if I can be asked with this NBA watch along. I may just run.
Oh, you
FIFA
don't-
career
you
mode.
don't
You should do Lakers games, man. I know.
Like this guy, you know. I say,
It's not
I don't
good
know.
for
I'm
you.
debating it.
Games, man.
Why is it draw again? It's not about good for me. It's what's good for the people.
I
It doesn't
already
matter
said
the
you're
people.
tired.
They vote. I am tired.
I
However,
heard
I'm
the
always
Browns
tired.
not there, so I'm not watching.
I'm always
But the
always
thing is,
tired.
Flores, it's Flores. It's nearly all star, bro. You don't really need to do it. You know what
Nah, I
mean?
don't need to in it. I'm just debating it, but like I might just run a career mode after this.
I think you
stream
get
on
more
here.
enjoyment out of that, you know.
Yeah. Dude, I probably won't because you lot just want to see me get packed. The comment section. Yo,
Oh
we're
no,
on a
I'm
harder
not,
level
I'm never
for me
going
to
to
get
watch.
packed.
I
No,
know
you.
you're gonna get,
I'm saying.
I know you're going to get packed anyway, but I'm not going to watch it. So
I'm saying the comment section that yo, why are you playing on an easier level? Because yo, I'm not here to get packed. But yeah, I might
why
run
is
one
it
at half one people.
semi-pro?
Yeah, I'm on amateur. Why have you scored 60 goals in 20 matches?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like he's
Why have you
goal
scored
difference
two?
is one of the
Why
most
is your-
criminal things I've ever seen.
Why is your goal difference 216, Flawless?
Well, I can't even do that in Football Manager. Well, that's just realistic to be fair, but
nah, I'm gonna play at the what's the not the top level, not the one below that, the one below that.
Oh, the world class, isn't it?
World class. I'll play world class.
okay.
That's but if I get cooked, I'm dropping it. You know what I'm saying? If I get cooked, I'm dropping it.
and the thing is now, it's only generally only the hardest one's actually the most problematic one.
All right, if it's too easy, I'll bump it up though. If I play
There
at
we
world
go.
class,
He's gonna lose
If I-
5-0 the first game and win 6-0 the second game.
Bro,
if I play that world class and it's too easy, I'll bump it up to is it expert or is expert the highest? Whatever.
Nah, it's
legendary. Legendary,
Yeah.
legendary. So I'll bump it up. I'll start at world class though, and then and then legendary people. Yeah, I'll do that. 100%.
Me, I remember like this year they made it actually hard because ultimate, like I'm not even bad at career mode game, but I got packed like crazy, like 6-3 or something by like Burnley.
Massive. See, I'm not
Well,
on that.
like,
Hey,
that's
Tazo, if before you go, Tazo, if all them man are on, ask him. See what they're saying. Ask him in the chat. Ask him.
I mean,
Tazo.
everybody's else on, I might jump on later, but I don't know. I'm not
Ask
really
him if
into
all
this.
them man are on. Ask him and see what they're saying. If they're not on it, then calm. Well, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna run. Basically, people, what I'm saying is I'm gonna run some form of FIFA stream after this stream. I just don't know if it'll be clubs or I don't know if it'll be career mode. But I will do one or the other.
Jez, did they have Quidditch pro clubs? We might have to do that. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm down for that.
This is the one thing I'm actually fuming. They didn't include Quidditch.
How the hell did they include Quidditch on Hogwarts Legacy?
I don't know if it's gonna come out later as a DLC.
They need to
This is what I would expect because there's literally you can literally fly in the game. The arena is literally there, but Quidditch is not in the game.
Yeah,
I don't know because this is the thing. Like I guess they're gonna include it as a DLC, but the better don't make me pay. The better don't make me pay just to play Quidditch, man. Like, this is some criminal stuff, but.
Yeah, it's criminal. 100%.
First world problems, yes.
It's terrible. 2 off 60. Speaking of first world problems, we're 2 off 60 likes. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe if you are new as well, people. All I'm asking you lot to do is hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because you're here enjoying the content, whether we're talking about Chelsea, Spurs, Manchester United, Hogwarts Legacy, FIFA, whatever it may be, people. Like we was on the Twitch talking about Valentine's Day. You never know what's going to happen at Sarcasm City TV, people. You never, ever know. Back to the football, though. Let's see what this comment from Nick. Fred and Sabitzer didn't get on very well on Wednesday. They were all over the place. The problem is with this, Nick, I agree with you. They weren't good as a pairing. Our options in midfield are not good. And this is the point I was making when people were talking about title charge and United potentially winning a league title. Look at our team. I keep stating this over, and you haven't said this, Nick, but I'm just making a point of this. Look at our team. That's the crazy part, because I seen Hassam on Troops' podcast, and he was talking about, why is Manchester United so reliant on Casemiro? But then a few weeks ago on Battle of North, he's telling me, why don't you let your nuts hang? Pause. Why can't you win the league title? And when I told him because of our squad, he's like, you sound like an Arsenal fan. Like, don't get tricked by rivals. That's all I'm going to say to any United fans watching right now or watching this back. Don't get tricked by rivals. Understand where we're at. Because when I told Hassam this weeks ago on Battle of the North, he didn't want to listen. But then a couple of days ago, a podcast gets released. Shout out to Troops. Shout out to Zara as well. A podcast gets released and he's there talking about why we so reliant on Casemiro, because our options behind Casemiro are not good. This is why I gave Eriksen so much praise and I defended. People always want to talk about him defensively. Take him out of our midfield, it don't look the same. If you put Sabitzer next to Eriksen, we look better. If you put Fred next to Eriksen, we look better. It's just more of a balance. Like, I don't think we lose. If Eriksen plays, we don't draw that game against Leeds. But people will just talk about him from a defensive standpoint and not what he does on the ball and how important he is for Manchester United going forward and just keeping the ball taking over. So Ten Hag, it don't matter what midfield options we put out, we're gonna have issue. Because if it's not Fred and Sabitzer, it's who? You're gonna play Martinez, who hasn't played there all season, next to Sabitzer, who's making his second game, or Fred, who we know is not good enough, next to Martinez. Or you're playing Lindelof, who again isn't a DM. Look at the options we're talking about. Or you're throwing a kid in there in Kobe Mano. Like, there's no fix. Our two best central midfielders are both unavailable. And our backup isn't it. McTominay's injured as well, so you can't even throw him in there. Because he normally plays well against Leeds. That's a game for him. That is a game for him. Yeah, Taza, let me know. What happened to Donny? Donny got injured. Long and sweet.
Yeah,
Donny got a bad injury. Yeah, he's out for the season. So Donny's injured too. So our midfield options is very light. And people want to take Martinez from defense and put him in midfield. And then that makes our defense weaker when our defense has been our strongest part of our team. But you still own. Ed says Fred without Cass is looking like a child lost at supermarket. Has to hold Daddy Cass's hand at all times. Yeah, of course, if you take Casemiro out the side, of course, I play central midfield at Saturday league level. If my central midfielder is quality, of course that helps me play better. If he's my level or below, I play worse. It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? Great players make the players around them better. Like, whether that's centre back, whether that's central midfield, whether that's attacking players. Surfer spoke on it and Victor spoke on it at Chelsea in regards to how much, even Havertz today, Surfer said it looked better because he had better players around him. He had Joao Felix, he had Enzo, he had Mudryk, he had, who played White Ring again? What's his name?
Madueke.
Yeah, like, of course. But if you put Havertz next to Ziyech, Mount, Gallagher, he's not going to look like that. Martinez, your best player, he plays for the shirt, quality CB, quality centre back. That's why I don't want to move him, Lengen Sweet. Even though I think he's capable of playing as a DM, I don't want to move him from that position. Nick says, if only we'd convince Pogba to stay. Now, I'm not with the Pogba to stay. And I'm a big fan of Pogba. Can't stay fit.
Gotta let it go, man. Gotta let it go, man. Juventus hasn't played a game yet.
Can't stay fit, man. It's like, what you said. Exactly. And I'm a massive fan. Huge fan of Pogba. He said this. But he's still injured now. And we have that with Martial and other players. I'm tired of these injury-prone players. You are rate. That's the worst thing. It's always quality players who are injury-prone. It's never the players you don't rate. And I don't wish injury on anybody, but it's like the Bruno's always available. Consistently. Always.
Mason Mount.
Screw you.
Mason Mount for you. How often does Mason Mount get injured?
I don't think he's ever been injured.
Hey, you know what?
Always
Hey, Victor, you know what? Hold that, fam. Hold that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a contract. You have to play regardless, injured or not.
I don't care. I'm just getting him out, man. I literally couldn't care less, man. I'm at a point where I'm past caring.
Damn.
It's like that. Would you play Lindelof CDM because some United fans been calling for it for years? No, I wouldn't play Lindelof CDM because I don't think he's a good centre back. I don't want him playing centre back, and that's his primary position. So I don't want him playing DM.
Where did this Lindelof CDM thing come from?
You know what it is? Because he's shit at centre back. That's why.
That's what I mean. I don't.
Him in elsewhere. That's what it is.
Where's he ever played?
And he's played there before. He played there for Benfica.
not regular. He was a centre back.
And then I think as well, not even I think, Ten Hag played him there when he came on the pitch against somebody recently as well. He for like the last 15 minutes.
I remember he did that.
Yeah, like it was like the last 15 minutes of the game. So that's where that come from. If he was that good, like people ain't clamoring for him to play DM. He's just not that good. He's another one I get criticized for criticizing. It's like, he's just not all that.
Yeah, you criticize.
He's an average centre back. And see, Taz is saying, all I'm saying is Lindelof and Fred over Sabitzer. Wait, Lindelof and Fred / Sabitzer over Fred and Sabitzer. See, I disagree. I don't think Lindelof is that much better than a Fred or Sabitzer. I don't want to see Lindelof and Fred. That's a recipe.
Nah, you're just saying that because they would put Bruno out.
I don't want to see that. I don't
think as much. In my opinion, if you play that midfield against Barca, I think you lose the game away. In my opinion.
Oh, Casemiro's back.
Yeah. Also now.
Yeah, Casemiro
against Leeds. If you play that midfield against Leeds, I still think you lose them.
What if we play Lindelof and Fred?
Yeah, then Sabitzer than there. Yeah. I don't because I think Lindelof is just that. I don't see it. I don't see him especially when you know how Leeds press as well. Like it's different getting pressed as a centre back compared to getting pressed as a midfielder.
But you say our midfield gets passed through with them, there's no balance. So you think our midfield wouldn't get passed through with Lindelof?
Well,
I don't get what this is. Why does Lindelof stop this? If Lindelof was that good as a DM, he'd be playing there already. He's not it. I'm sorry. I don't think, you could argue it adds more balance. That's cool. But Lindelof is not the guy to go and play and he's going to. No. Like, I just don't see it. Yeah. Like, I'm so against it. I don't want to see him play DM. Yeah, go on.
How good on the ball is Lindelof? Because if you're to play midfield, you have to be really good on the ball. I don't think he's
good on the ball. He's good on the ball. He is good. I give him credit for that. For all the criticism I have of him is defensively. On the ball, he's fine. He's probably good enough to play midfield as in on the ball. And yeah, I agreed with you, Tazer, in terms of yes, he adds a little better balance. But I still think our midfield gets cut through anyway. Like, I don't think there's a much difference. If Fred and Sabitzer is a 3, Lindelof and Fred is a 4. Lindelof is not much of an upgrade. Or Lindelof and Sabitzer, that's a 4-2. Like, that's not like, oh my God, go and play Lindelof. Yeah, on the ball, he's fine. Yeah, Lindelof on the ball, it's centre back, is calm. Like, just in general. Again, he just can't defend. So I don't get putting him in midfield and being like, no energy, no legs, no physicality. Like, yeah, but it's only for one game because we have no one else. I'm not with it, innit? I'm against it. If I see that, I'll be like, yeah, this ain't it. And he'll have a terrible game. Watch when the midfield's just as bad, then what? Midfield will just be as bad. Lindelof ain't no savior by himself. We've all seen him play. Sabitzer and Fred didn't look good, though, so who would you go with? I'd go with Sabitzer and Fred because it was one game. It was one game. Tazo, you're not understanding my point. It's all a recipe for disaster, is my point. I don't think any of these things are good. You think Bruno, I don't think Sabitzer, Lindelof, and Bruno is that much better. If it is, it's 5%.
Damn.
They're all recipes for disaster, is what I'm saying. They're not. Lang is sweet because you said Sabitzer and Fred didn't look good. Yeah, it was one game. It was one match. And people are like, it can't work. It's outrageous. So if Lindelof has this one bad game, then we should never play him there again. Then if we're using the same logic, he should never play there again. Because he wasn't impressive in that position when he came on in the game, even though it was late. He didn't do nothing special. The midfield didn't magically look better. We looked the same. We looked the exact same when Lindelof was in midfield. It didn't improve us. Where was this vast improvement? And it was Lindelof and Fred because he came on for Sabitzer. Do you think he would do better when United become a more... right, that's not for me. I'd rather play a back 5 than play Lindelof DM. Yes, I agree with that. I'd rather, if we were going to go with that, I'd rather play a back 5. But then the 4's been working. So I wouldn't change my formation. I wouldn't change a formation to accommodate Victor Lindelof. I'm saying that he's a squad player.
That's for Dyer. That's for nowadays.
I'd rather play Maino, the youngster, than them two together. I can't see that midfield again. And that's what I'm talking about. You're going to throw a youngster in his debut away at Ellen Road. That's just that's a recipe for disaster. I'm not saying that Sabitzer and Fred is the way forward. What I'm saying is it's the best of what we have. I'm not playing. No, you don't give a youngster his debut away at Ellen Road.
Yeah, you're praying for him to get cooked. Like you just
You set him up.
He's setting him up to fail. Yeah. If you feed him to the wolves, basically, it's like
legit. I'll do them things. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna close out. Yeah, agree to disagree, Tazo. Yeah. Love to everyone that has locked in. We're back. Well, we'll be back tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna run some form of FIFA stream in about 20 minutes or so. So make sure you lock in. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, and then we're back today. Leeds United versus Manchester United. That watch along will start 1:40 p.m. UK time, so 20 minutes before kickoff. And then midnight. Oh no, sorry. So yeah, you'll get that. And then on the Twitch, straight after the Leeds and Manchester United game, you'll get Manchester City, Aston Villa. That will be on the Twitch. You'll get Manchester City, Aston Villa on the Twitch immediately following that game. And then at midnight, to end your weekend, as always, you'll get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer all of your sporting questions. So it's not just set Premier League sites, all of your questions. But yeah, Jez, we'll go to you. Anything you want to add, fam, before we close out? And the Twitch is Sarcasm City TV. Links underneath in the description, long and sweet. Jez, anything you want to add? I don't know if he's there. Yeah, he's this guy doing Wingardium Leviosa on Hogwarts Legacy. Yo, Victor, great. You know what I'm saying? Off the bench, as always. Anything you want to add, my G?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just gone first.
Never mind. We'll go to Victor first and we'll go back to you. Go on, Victor.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Smash the like, subscribe. Obviously, shows on later and get Mr. Minerals out my club immediately, please.
And that's me.
He's not mean. I think it's necessary.
And to King Manny, yes, I probably will watch the Super Bowl. Am I doing a watch along for it? No. But will I watch it? Probably, likely, yes, because of the time it's on. I'll probably watch it. Yo, Jez, anything you want to add?
Nah, like, subscribe, check out what's gonna happen on the Twitch. Most like even if there's no NBA.
Nah, the FIFA I do on here. I want to do it on the YouTube.
Oh, the FIFA here. Check out the YouTube. Make sure that support the channel. United's on today. Just watch along for that. The Q&A is gonna have to. You guys can have more. You can answer. You can ask more questions and. Yeah, man, support the channel, man.
Yeah. Yo, Surfer, anything you want to add, fam?
Like, share, join, subscribe, all that jazz. And keep turning notifications on.
Yes. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people, as well. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, so make sure you check it out. Large up to everyone that's locked in. We did it 65 likes. We got a couple new subscribers, so that's large. I said I'll be live back here in about 20 minutes or so once I know what I'm doing on FIFA, people. And I say, I'll be on for an hour, and then 2-3 hours later, I'll still be on live streaming. But here we are. Love to everyone that's locked in. Go follow Lewis's channel as well. Go subscribe. The links for everything I mentioned is underneath every single live stream video. The links are underneath everything. And the upcoming live stream schedule, so you don't have to ask us what's coming up. This show will be back, not obviously next week, the week after, in 2 weeks' time, people. So you get this show fortnightly. The Man United podcast meets the Ballers at the Bridge podcast, meets Talking That Tottenham Talk podcast, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.